Hi there, Amit here for Advice Media, and in today's video I am going to show you the interface of the Sony's Cybershot digital camera, which is the model DSC WX150. This is a cute little camera which is considered to be one of the thinnest Cybershot camera, and this has a price of less than $200 or less than 10,000 rupees in the market, and it comes with a 10x optical zoom, which is pretty interesting. And this supports full HD video recording, and in this video I'm going to give you a quick overview and a demo of the interface which you get on this camera. So on the bottom you have the tripod mount hole and the micro USB cable slot where you can insert the micro USB cable and start charging the battery. Apart from that, you have a panel on the back wherein you can remove the battery. This supports SDHC cards, and you get a 4GB card bundled with the package. Apart from that, there is a battery in this, which I would recommend you to buy an additional battery because this doesn't work for a longer period, and it comes with a very low capacity of just 600 mAh. So now let me just boot up this camera and show you the actual interface. So this is how it looks once you power on the camera, and let's go to the options here. So on the top you have the capture button, the on off switch, and the mics, while on the front you have different options listed here. So let us first start off with one by one. So this is the option which is actually useful for capturing video right away. Like the moment you press that, the video recording would start. So let me just show you a demo of that. And here, as you can see, the video recording comes with a tracking focus, and this is the video recording. And the best part is that while recording videos you can also zoom into the object, and that's pretty interesting. Though you may lose focus while recording, so you can press on the focus button and try to capture the video in a better focus, but this is what you get, and that's the video recording mode or the movie mode. Now left to that you have three options which are quick shortcuts if you are not interested in going through all these quick dial options. So let me just give you a demo of that. On the top you have the camera option, the second one is for 3D sweep panorama, and the third one is for intelligent auto mode, which would automatically capture pictures and videos in a predefined settings which are pretty decent enough for your most recordings. So if you're a person who gets confused with all the options, then it's actually suggested to just forget everything and just go to the automatic option. If you want to capture 3D sweep panorama pictures, then you can use this option, but again, as you can see, you have to capture it this way. Let me just show you a quick demo of that. I tried it a few times, but I couldn't get the result perfect because it doesn't handle a little bit of shake, and that is pretty much which is a big bug on this camera. Let me just try to capture a picture and show you the demo of that in the 3D sweep panorama mode. And the best part is that this, as you can see, it had stopped in the middle and the other area is in a black frame. Let me just show you the preview of what we just captured. And this is 3D sweep panorama, which means that if you have a 3D enabled TV, then you can check out the preview of that on a 3D enabled TV. So that's the 3D mode, and on the top you have the automatic mode or the program auto mode, which is again useful for most people who understand most of the options listed here. Next to that, there is the option of menu. Once you tap that, you get different options here. Like, let me just go to the top and show you them one by one. So the first one is for selecting the recording mode, which is ranging from intelligent auto, superior auto, program auto, 3D still image, scene selection, picture effect, and background defocus. Now background defocus is one of my favorite option, while there are many other interesting options also available. There are different picture effects also which are pretty interesting if you want to capture photos in a different way, like a toy camera option where there's option of miniature, there's a rich tone monochrome, and all those options. So let me just capture a picture in the toy mode and show you the demo of that. So let me just capture a picture of my Hero 3 camera and show you a demo of that. So here's the Hero 3 camera. It will take a while for processing, but then this is what you get at the end, and this looks pretty cool. As you can see, it has automatically adjusted the picture with the sides being darkened, and this is what you get. It's pretty interesting, and that's a pretty good capture, I would say. So that's something which is pretty interesting on this camera. Now talking about the other modes, let's go to the option of let's go back to the settings under menu and select different option. Instead of picture effect, let's show you the demo of the background defocus, which is also an interesting option. In this case, you can select object while the other objects in the background would get blurred, which is something which you generally get in a professional camera, and that is what you get in this case. So I'll again capture a picture of the GoPro Hero 3 camera here. As you can see, there are many objects in the background, but let's try to defocus them and try to capture only this camera, so that can clearly give you an idea on how this works. So as I mentioned earlier, it takes a while to process the pictures, but again the result which you get would be outstanding. So here, as you can see, the Hero 3 camera is actually in total focus, as you can see here, while the objects in the background like the pen stand is actually blurred. So let me just zoom into that area and show you the demo. So here, as you can see, the pen stand is totally blurred, everything else is blurred, like the smartphone in the background in the red color, the passport here, so everything is blurred, and the only object in focus is the one which we selected. So that is pretty interesting. In this case, you just have to select the option once, and then it will show you the object which you would like to focus. So you can clearly select one option and one object here, like in this case you can select this object, and you can see that it's starting to focus that object while everything else would be out of focus, and that way the picture would be processed and you would get a beautiful result in that case. So as you can see here, I'll again show you the demo of the background defocus mode, and I have my iPhone 5 here, which is totally in focus and perfectly captured while the objects in the background are totally blurred. So that is something which is pretty interesting on this camera. Now let's go to the menu again and show you the other options which you get here. Let me go to the intelligent object mode right now, because I have shown you a demo of the 3D sweep panorama, which is again similar to the 3D still image. There are again different scene modes which you can get here, like soft scan, soft snap, anti-motion blur, which reduces blur while shooting in low light without flash, landscape modes, backlight collection HDR. There's a night portrait, night scene mode, handheld twilight, high sensitivity, photos if you want to capture food photos, pet photos, beach, snow, fireworks, and underwater. So these are a few options which you get, and most of these are generally available on the Pro cameras, and that is what is pretty interesting in this case. So let me just go with the basic option, that is superior auto or the automatic mode, and leave the settings right now. Now let's go to the menu and show you the other options. So you get the option of capturing pictures in 80 megapixel, which goes low up to 2 megapixel. So based on your requirement, you can select the option. There are other options also available, while in this case there is also option of selecting the face detection. It's set on auto. You can also set priority on children's faces or adults faces. So that is pretty interesting. Now apart from that, there is option to capture videos in different modes. So in this case, I have selected the highest option available, and for still image again you get different options. There is option of steady shot, which means that you won't have to worry about the shakes which you generally get while capturing videos, but in this case that's actually enabled, and I have selected the active mode in that case. And there's also option of in-camera guide, which is again useful if you are looking for more help from the camera in terms of all the options. So that's the options which you get. Now talking about this button, which is actually useful for checking out the previews. So let me just show you the preview of this captures on this smartphone. So as you can see, we had earlier captured a photo in this using this camera, and you can see that it's perfectly capturing photos while the objects in the background are totally blurred away, and that is a very interesting feature, I would say, on this digital camera. At least for that, I would at least recommend you this camera. Now talking about the other options, let's show you the other pictures also which I had captured on this camera. So I had captured a picture here, and this was captured on 10x optical zoom, and still the result is pretty good. So that is pretty interesting in the camera. Now let me just show you the other pictures which were captured using this camera. We had captured a few videos also using this, and that was pretty interesting. So this option is actually useful for previewing what you capture. Now let's go to the other option, which is the dial, which is also offering you the same options but in a very easy way. You just have to rotate this dial, and you can select the mode using which you want to capture the photos. So as you can see, you get different scene modes, the picture effects, background defocus, intelligent auto. So whatever you want, you can just rotate this and select that. Apart from that, if you want to capture self timer photos, then you just have to press the bottom option on the dial, and it would enable the option of self timer. Let me just show you a demo of that. So once you enable that for 2 seconds, just press on the capture button, and after 2 seconds the photo would be captured. So that is the self timer option. Now let me show you the other option. Once you tap on the above option, then it would show you the option of display features. Like if you want to show detailed information for the pictures you are capturing, then you would get that, which is in the form of this graph and other information mentioned here. So that is what you get. Let me just disable that option by just setting the display setting as off. On the left you have the continuous shooting option. On the right you have the option to enable or disable flash. So that's quickly enabled or disabled using this option. Till now we were enabled the flash, but now it's disabled. Now let me just capture a photo and show it to you. So as you can see, the picture was captured but without the flash enabled. So that's the dial which you mainly get here. Let me just go to the center button, and this is actually useful for focusing on different objects. And these are different options which you get on this camera. Overall, I'm pretty much impressed with the captures and the features which you get here. The only drawback which I personally found on this camera was that I had recorded yesterday a video of around 20 minutes continuously on 10x optical zoom, and the battery went dead. I obviously accept the fact that there was only 60% of battery left before the video capturing was enabled, but again, obviously 30 minutes, let's say it would go on a full battery charge, maybe 30 to 40 minutes, and that's pretty low. So if you're planning to buy this camera and planning to go on a holiday with this camera, then you should actually get a few more batteries, because that is something which is important. And also you need to ensure that you are holding this camera perfectly, or else you are tying it to a cord to ensure it doesn't fall down, because it's of a very small form factor. And also missed this option, which is for the HDMI cable here, which you can use to connect directly to your smart TV or your TV and check out the previews directly onto the TV. So this was a quick overview and a demo of the DSC WX150, and this was a quick review of the same from me. Do like this video if you want to appreciate our efforts, and let us know in the comment section if you have any queries around this camera. This is one of the most recommended camera right now in the market, considering for the price and the features which you get onto the same. Do subscribe to Advice Media for more, and thanks for watching this video. Thank you.